Welcome, America. Welcome, world. This is the Johnny Small Pepper channel. Guys, I am so pleased to have Pappy the Pod Destroyer. Pappy, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Guys, we are going to talk about Pappy's experiences last weekend. Pappy, can you summarize in one sentence what that experience was?
Like getting kicked in the head by a mule.
Okay. Guys, that's what we're going to have. Guys, and we've got an awesome show, don't we, Jeff? We absolutely have an awesome show today because this show is not about bravado. It's not about how many things we can do or whatever. That's not what we do here. What we do here is we eat peppers and we have experiences. And one of the things that I wanted everyone to see here, guys, and I'm doing the same thing. I had 2 chocolate prima tallies this last weekend. I got up to a 1, I think. And why? Because I think everyone's starting to understand I could just do this, right? So one of the things that's really interesting about what we're doing here today, guys, is we're now going to look back. We're going to look back to the real fundamental basics of peppers, and we're going to talk about those to see what we think versus some of the other hot ones. Doesn't that sound like a good idea today? Fantastic. Well, I want to welcome people in. Sheena, Carnivore Diamond. Sheena's Thrifty Treasures and Carnivore Diamond. Guys, Sheena is a friend back when I had 30 people. Sheena is a gem. Her and I go back and we're 100% in alignment. Her family is amazing. If you don't have Sheena, I'm telling you guys, I go back to the original 30 people. They're never leaving my side. Ever, guys, because they were the original people. And I'm going to tell you, Sheena has 4 or 5 different channels she's had until she finally found her rhythm. Sheena is probably in my top 5 favorite people on YouTube ever. And every time we see each other, we have a smile because we've helped each other get to another part of our life and YouTube. Guys, find those people on YouTube. You're here to have fun. Jeff, thank you very much for coming in. Pappy the Pod Destroyer, it's awesome having you. I really appreciate you being here. Face the Ace, thank you. Chew, thank you. If you don't have a wrench, guys, Cha-Cha, guys, Cha-Cha is from Sheena's channel. And you know, guys, Cha-Cha beats the hell out of me every chance she gets to. Every time I'm bidding against her on Sheena, she always kicks my butt. She takes my heart out, rips it out on my chest, and shows it to me. Cha-Cha's, I love having you here. Alan Williamson. You know what Alan called me today, guys? He called me the Tony Robbins of pepper channels. I really like that because this channel is about motivation. It's about helping you move forward. And guys, my channel is right here right now, right? It's going to go like this. Boom. It's going to go out here. You're not going to recognize anything on my channel going forward, guys. Peppers, that's not important to me, guys. We do peppers for personal reasons. And one of the things that I want everyone to understand is that when you get handed a title like that, it's really important that you tell the people those. It's the small things that matter, guys. Thank you very much, Alan. It was really great. Lex, good seeing you. Sheena, you rock. By the way, guys, Chasing Miss Charlie, thank you so much. Antlers. Antlers is a huge channel, guys, by the way. I think I met Miss Charlie on Antlers channel. Antlers is one of those people that you have to get to know. And once you know him, there's a family of a massive amount of people, guys, that are awesome people. They all are wonderful people. They're all very positive, supportive. They all love Antlers and his wife. And I'm going to tell you guys, there are no better people out here to associate yourself with because I fired them all. I have 700 on my block list, guys. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not the highest one. We only accept the people that want to help other people out here, guys. We don't have any malarkey. Iron Antlers, thank you for being here. Marianne, how you doing, sweetheart? Good seeing you. Got that world coming in. Adrian, thank you so much. Adrian's, he says about 5 words compared to my 18,000, Pappy. And he doesn't say anything, but he's one of my favorite people. Ace, you're rock, man. Great seeing you. Pappy, thank you very much. Let me see here. Laurice Juice, thank you so much. You know how much you're my favorite. I want to get to the kind of the bottom here.
She follows me on my channel.
Pardon me?
She follows me on my channel.
Oh, fantastic. Guys, Pappy the Pod Destroyer, if someone would put up Pappy's channel, you need to go to his video, and please comment, guys, where he ate the red primatali that Bruce Cook sent. You need to, I want to tell you something, guys. When you try to comprehend the significance of the peppers I'm eating, and there's significance of what we do here, guys. The peppers that I eat are available to everyone. That's my focus, the common, right? So Bruce sent him, because Bruce is an awesome guy, some red primatales, and he had one. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Well, didn't know quite what to expect. I've had two Carolina Reapers and an Apocalypse Scorpion, and I thought, well, it's probably going to be along the same line as they were, and it's on a whole nother level. The Primatale is a whole nother level. From the minute I first took a bite, I knew something was going on, and then it just kept growing and kept growing, and it had staying power too.
So what would you say? Because everyone looks at the Reaper that's the benchmark, right? It first started with the Ghost Pepper. That's 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
A Reaper's kind of like everyone talks about the Carolina Reaper. It's the most famous
Mm-hmm.
pepper out there.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say the difference in heat level between the Reaper and the Primatale was to you?
Oh, quite a bit. I believe I could eat 2 Reapers before I could eat another Primatale.
There you go, guys. And guys, that is the truth. That is the truth. And I would encourage anyone not to do what he did. I would encourage no one, because I want to tell you what I saw in his face was right before you panic and you realize. I mean, I've had it happen before, where I didn't know what I was getting into, and finally I figured out it was okay. But I worked myself through mentally.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like you were struggling at the end to make that 10-second barrier that your wife was pushing you toward.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Guys, if you're going to start off with a red Primatale, I'll send you one. But if you eat the whole thing, guys, you don't need to do that. What you do is you eat the tip. See how that goes. But you have to have peanut butter before. You have to have yogurt before.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have pasta before. And you did some prep before, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I ate some bread and some peanut butter and had a little bit of spaghetti.
Good. Good. Did you have any calf cramps afterwards?
No.
Okay. Guys, this is the key. If you want to be happy while you're doing this, you've got to make sure you're protected. It's like a condom for your stomach. If you're going to eat this stuff, you got to prepare your stomach. And let me share with you, Jeff, since we're talking about this, guys. James, thank you for coming in. Let me address a few people in here. Sheena, you rock, man. CQ, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Guys, we got a ton of people in here already, guys. Thank you. River Rat, you're my man, guys. But one of the things I'm going to tell you is that when you're doing this, hey, here's Japan. God is great. One of the best accounts, guys. This guy donates his time to people that are dying of cancer, kids, children. This is a saint, guys. This is what a saint is in the real world. He buys stuff for them. He gives them stuff. He entertains them, and he goes home with that on his shoulders, guys. You cannot ask for anything better from a human being. This is the guy I think the world of. And I'm going to tell everyone about this, because I always tell everyone about the pillars on this platform. They're amazing people on this platform, and they don't tell you about it. They don't tell you about this because that's their character. So you did. Thank you, Unk. By the way, Unk is Pappy is a guy that's known around the planet here. He's one of the most helpful people. He understands the basics of YouTube in ways because he's so intelligent. He's dissected it, and he's come up with so many different ways. But anyway, he goes around the world. All my friends are his because he's helped so many people, by the way. Cha-Cha, thank you. Listen, you, Cha-Cha, I got my eyes on you. If you cross, I'm telling you, you bid against me one more time, Cha-Cha kicks my butt every time. All right, so let me see here. Laurice, you don't need to stay anymore, sweetheart. You can go to bed, man. It's like, what, in the middle of the... Hey, how you doing, Flamin'? Piggy, good seeing you. Good seeing you. Okay, guys, so what we learned today, Pappy told us that he ate a red Primatale. The red Primatale is the number one hot pepper next to the chocolate Primatale. That's what they understand. Now, you hear this Pepper X thing all the time, guys. I'm not going to talk about Pepper X. I'm not going to talk about how hot it is. I've never had one. I'm never going to say I do Pepper X on my channel unless I'm handed it by the guy that owns the proprietary the patent for it, or owns that technology, meaning the pepper. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to pretend I'm eating it. I'm not going to do it. If anyone else wants to do that, that's fine, guys. The reason why is because it doesn't mean anything until I have that handoff, guys. 2, I eat the stuff that everyone gets their hands on. Piggy Piddles, thanks for coming in. Piggy, thank you for your service. Sticky, thank you for being on in here, guys. Now, one of the things I can assure each of you guys, that the peppers we're eating today, we decided we're going to go back in time, right, Pappy? We're not gonna go to the super hot level, because all of you all are not there. We are not there all the time either. Let me ask you a question. I think this is the number one thing, Pappy. When you eat food, do you eat food with the hottest peppers in the world on it?
No, not really. I put a little hot sauce in stuff, but not really. I don't really put peppers and stuff. I got 2 or 3 different kinds of hot sauce I'll use depending on what I'm eating.
Now, here's the caveat for that, guys. The reason I asked it was kind of a leading question. No one I know, no one sticks the world's hottest peppers on their food and eats them. That's not what you do. You add hot sauce at your varying levels. Some of those hot sauces are just based on the pepper. Some have extract in it. And some of them are all extract, guys, that you add a little bit of it to a pot of like chili, and that it's supposed to heat it up. But I'm going to tell you, when I smoked a pork butt one time on my smoker, and I ground up 6 Reapers in a blender, pureed them, put them in with garlic, pepper, and everything, and I injected it into the pork. I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat it. It wasn't good. It wasn't hot. Pappy, it was nothing. It was a nothing burger that tasted like a disaster. So I ended up not eating that. And then since that time experience, Pappy, I came up to the same conclusion as you. It's not how hot it is, it's how it works together, right?
Yeah,
how it works together.
Like salt and pepper.
Right, exactly right. So what we're going to be talking about today, guys, is stuff that all of us now are at. We're at a level everyone in this room could do. And we're going to go to the low level, which is the ahi lemon drops. That's these guys. You show yours. Right. Ahi lemon drop. These are Bruce Cook's. These are very low heat. They got and I'm curious if you pick a lemony taste out of this. I can't taste it.
Okay.
Ahi lemon drop, but they're very low heat, but they're good for sauces because they add a certain taste to it, according to Bruce. And I really like that aspect. But the reason we're going here, guys, is number one, we don't need super hot peppers. What you do is you look for, I'm going to see if I'm right on this, Pappy. You have jalapenos, habaneros, you have ghost peppers, and not a lot of people cook with ghost peppers, but they'll do Reaper sauces, hot sauces, or they do ground up powder now. I have Reaper powder. It's pretty good stuff. But what you do is you go back to your fundamentals. You go back to your jalapeno, your habanero, maybe your lower levels, which are your, like you said, I like the way you said it. It's like salt and pepper, right?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So we're doing stuff with our food to help the food instead of taking the food and making it hot so we can just make it hot. Now, is that okay to make it hot? Yes. I've done it before. I made a drink, a cocktail with Reaper powder. I want to tell you something. I had stomach cramps. It was so hot. But my point is, there was a purpose. That was a direct purpose. But overall, anyone I know will stop right above a habanero. They might do some Reaper sauce. They might do some Reaper on their stuff. But really, it's not that. So what we're going to be doing today, guys, can you hold up? You have your ghost pepper? Okay. So we've got ahi lemon drop and a ghost pepper, guys. If Pappy just wants to do the ahi lemon drops today and focus on the taste and the heat level of that, that's perfectly fine with me. What I want to do is I want to have an ahi lemon drop because I've just did 2 chocolate primatales, and he did 1 red primatale this last week. So I want to get our opinion on these lower peppers and what the heat level is comparatively, right? And what the taste is there, what the taste feels like to us versus like a super hot pepper. Is it a good taste? Is it a taste we'd cook with? Let's just do it that way. So I'm going to eat You want to eat this together?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Cheers. Scalding hot coffee. Oh, this one is hot.
This is a
I
little
mean, not
warm.
hot. I can taste it. I can taste this one. Bruce, I finally tasted your pepper.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of heat to it.
Yeah, mine's under my tongue. Where's yours?
Mine's in the tongue, yeah.
Under the tongue?
Yeah, under the tongue and top of my mouth, roof of my mouth.
Is it around the edges on the bottom, right? The tip, and then around.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
Scalding hot coffee, guys. Nothing. Zippo. No difference. What taste do you have from that pepper?
Oh, it tastes a lot better than the SUPERHOTS. I can't really, I can't really say I taste any lemon, but it tasted better than the SUPERHOTS. Tasted like pepperoncini, sort of, like you get when you order a Papa John's pizza.
Exactly. And you know, I order those peppers all the time. That's the exact level this is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact level. Isn't it red bell pepper or something like that? Seeds. Anyway, I think this is the kind of something that you'd add to. I would rather add a jalapeno. This would be a good sauce pepper, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What food would you add it to?
Oh, I ate jalapenos on my Subway sandwiches.
Yeah.
Put it in some chili.
Hey, Sheena, how hot were your Thai peppers, by the way, Sheena? Banana peppers are my new level. You know, listen, Cha-Cha, I'm going to tell you something. You and me are going to go live on here, and we are going to eat a pepper together. I'll do it with you and Sheena. How does that sound? That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking this has a pretty good hang time. It's a pretty consistent burn too.
Mm-hmm.
Still there, isn't it? It's not as hot.
Still there.
Yeah.
It's a little hotter than what I expected it to be.
Same. Had a little different initial taste. Now that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Has your taste gone too?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, what we're both describing to you, and correct me if I'm wrong, Pappy, is this pepper starts off initially a little bit hotter than you suspect. It's an ahi lemon drop. Bruce Cook did it. It starts off a little bit hotter than you think. It stuns you, right? You're a little right on the edge of your tongue, and it never gets really hot. So each one of you guys could do this pepper. This is something that you could do. If you'd had these guys, I think this would be good if you chop these up minced and put them in your pickle relish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you put this in, you chopped them up, you mixed it in with the mayonnaise for a meat sandwich or something, where it's not the only taste you have there. You have lettuce and tomato, something like that, maybe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a real substantial pepper, is it? So I'm going to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, the burn is a 0.
Mine's about a 2 or a 3, probably.
Okay, it totally makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the burn, even though it's below a 1 for me, it's still there. It's still there. It's starting to taper off, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's starting to taper off. So Bruce,
I haven't had to have anything to drink or anything.
Yeah, you want to get something? Go ahead.
Okay.
Guys, one of the benefits to have a guest on is you can talk about these things. So you guys can get to know the peppers. And one of the things we're going to be doing is I'm going to try to get some experts on here to talk about this. Now, guys, one of the things that I wanted to bring up today, I have Scoville, Canada. I have some golden Primatali seeds. And when I was talking with Scoville, Canada, I said, listen, I wanted to be honest with them. I said, Jimmy Pickles is my #1 vendor, and I've used them forever. I love them, and I'm looking for these seeds. Do you have them? and we went back and forth. I really like the guy. And I want to mention what a great guy Scoville Canada is. If you need pepper seeds, guys, Scoville Canada is a great guy. He sent me these, actually, by the way, not free, guys, but he sent them to me, and was very pleasant, very professional. But my number one vendor is Jimmy, because I've always used Jimmy. I'm very loyal, guys, and I think that's a good quality. And what you're doing by building relationships up with this, guys, Jimmy doesn't have every pepper seed vendor or pepper seed in the world. So when you need to find something that they don't have, then this is what it is. So I'm really excited that I got these, and I wanted to mention that to you guys. I don't care who you get your pepper seeds from. I can just tell you I trust Jimmy implicitly. And Scoville Canada, guys, Scoville Canada is a really legitimate guy. This guy came up, we talked behind the scenes, and I want to thank you very much for your seeds, by the way. The next thing, do you want to do a ghost pepper?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Now, ghost peppers, guys, from Ahi Lemon Drops. I'm thinking the Ahi Lemon Drop was 10,000 Scoville heat units or something like that. It's not substantial. I can look it up. I'll look it up, and we'll have that for tomorrow. And if someone would drop Pappy the Pod Destroyer's channel again, that would be awesome. Pretty Grandma, thank you so much. Sheena, you rock. Cha-Cha, you're awesome. I can't wait to tell you what's going on with the new channel. Hey there, bud. Arsenic Element, thank you. We got 30 in the house, guys. And I want to thank you guys, because 30 in the house is a thank you to Pappy the Pod Destroyer. Guys, this channel is no good without your interaction, and I want to thank you for being so awesome here to support us, guys. So we're going to be eating a red ghost. Now, the red ghost pepper, guys, is 1,000,000 Scoville heat units. 1,000,000 Scoville heat units. It is the first super hot level, period. Now, I'm sure there's a person that can debate me on this. I don't want to debate. I'm sure there's a person out there that has a huge story of this. I'd love to hear it. But this pepper here is where it all begins, guys. Did you hear the ghost pepper? Was that the first pepper that you heard of, or was it the Carolina Reaper?
It was the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense, right? Because it's out there a lot. So let's go. You want to go?
Go, okay.
Cheers, guys. Very ghosty. Notice the thick wall. Very thick wall, guys. Getting a burn? Are you getting a burn?
Not yet. Well, there it is. It's getting the back of my throat now.
The only thing I've learned about this is I've got to chew the seeds too. I got to chew everything and to mince it. Otherwise, it sits in my stomach in a ball. I feel warm. I feel no pain score. Okay, here it comes. Yours hitting?
Yeah.
Yep.
My eyes are watering a little bit.
Eyes are just starting to feel like they're going to get teary. I tear with the jalapeno too. Welcome everyone in chat. Thank you so much for being here. We're talking with Pappy the Pod Destroyer. We just shared his channel. Please check out his video where he ate one red Primatali. Guys, I'm at a 1. My lip is burning on this. Is your lip burning?
Burning, yeah.
Yep. Where's your tongue burning?
Right around the edges, right around the perimeter there.
Right. That's same thing. It's not on the top or bottom. It just seems like on the outside rim. Yeah. Now it's going underneath. Now it's going underneath the front. Anyway. But Pappy ate a red Primatali, guys. And when you eat, and you've had 2 Red Reapers, right? And you told us what about the Carolina Reaper versus a Primatali?
There's just the Primatali's on a whole nother level. Just
right.
Way hotter.
Right.
Amateur like myself can tell.
And if someone didn't do this, would you recommend them doing those peppers?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay, guys, that's what I'm telling you. Just because you can do a pepper, guys, means nothing. It's the fruit off a plant, guys. It means nothing. being handed a tube of peanuts that are 13 million Scoville heat units, and you're going to impress your friends, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be the worst experience in your life. You're going to be bent over in the bathroom thinking you're dying. You're going to be thinking you're dying. And if you don't prep yourself, guys, you will potentially be in the hospital. I remember talking with one of the competitors. It's a true story. A guy that I was actually competing against in a contest. And he said that he ate 2 tubes of terror. And his wife, he couldn't move off the floor. And his wife wanted to take him to the ER. And he finally had the cap cramp settle down. My tongue's at a 1. It's underneath my tongue on the front part and a little bit on the sides. My lips burn a little bit. How about you?
About the same, yeah.
Yep.
I'm about a 2 or 3.
Okay. This has a punch to it, doesn't it? It really does.
Mm-hmm.
This you can tell. I'm going to tell you what. Oh, that raised it up to it too. You gotta make sure you bump your tongue around, guys, because if you don't bump your tongue around, your tongue may not be the heat level that it is. It may not. The capsaicin might not be interacting the way it does. I mean, you ever had this happen, Pappy? You're eating a pepper, you're done with it, and all of a sudden, boom, it comes out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like whoa.
Yeah, that's prematally. I thought I was done a couple of times, and it just kept coming on.
Thank you, everyone, for coming in here, guys. We're interacting with each other. I appreciate you being patient with us. So on a level here with this ghost pepper, by the way, if you can handle a ghost pepper, Pappy, you've made it. I want to tell you, that's where the benchmark is. You're at a 2 or 3. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And are you comfortable burn? I call it a comfortable burn.
Yeah,
so you can handle it, right?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. I always talk about peppers being a mental challenge, right? Because when you don't know what you're in for, you don't know mentally where it's going. So
right.
it's a little bit intimidating. And once you get past the point where you need to convince yourself that your tongue's not burning, that it's not gonna get out of control hot, and that you can control it somehow, right? That it's not gonna be ridiculous. Then if you can get your mind to wrap around that, what I tell everyone, I try to coach people is, you need to be thinking that this is not going to get as bad as you think, right? You're going to keep it under control. And if you've done the right prep and you've got a towel, you've got water, you've got your yogurt, whatever you need to do to recover. And pardon me, once I got a gag reflex. And you can do that and you have that stuff available. Then when you're doing it, you don't need to go into, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this. It keeps your mind focused on keeping it under control. Because I'm going to tell you, when you were doing the prematali and you had that milkshake in your hand, that was your life preserver, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was. And that's how important this is, guys, that you just don't wing this stuff. It's important that you just don't listen to your friends and they tell you, oh, let's go down and eat a PAPPY 1 chip challenge. You shouldn't be doing that stuff, guys. And if you do it and you make a recording of it and it works all great, fine. But what if someone gets hurt doing that? Or what happens if you feel terribly uncomfortable and you panic and something happens, right? Or you pass out, you bump your head or whatever. We got 30 in the house here, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I want to make sure. Cha-cha, thanks. AR, thank you. Okay, here it says, Punk says, you drop jalapenos and soy sauce. I actually tasted being sweet and not spicy. Can you believe that? You drop jalapenos and soy sauce. Okay, so I'm going to do that next time. When I do sushi, I'm going to try it I'm going to bring some jalapenos with. I always have jalapenos around. I'm going to chop them up. Do you chop them small, Goga? You chop them small or do you keep them in rings? Sheena, you rock. CQ, awesome. Yeah, CQ, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. And we all make the same mistakes, guys. We're very human, right? We all think that, we're going to try to make it hot, right? Because you have spicy chicken wings. I get that. You put in the red hot sauce and it gets a little spicy, right? You quench it with the beer. You're out with the boys. You're having a good time, or the family. I get that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about taking a meal and turning it into a super hot meal. People don't do that. That's just not. Pappy and I discussed this. I think everyone agrees it's not where you want to be. I think his explanation of salt and pepper, the basics of something like that, make a ton of sense, guys. That's what wisdom does. Lex, great seeing you, buddy. Piggies, Aaron. Dude. 1 second. Oh, I swallow a seed. I swallow a seed or something, man. My whole body just goes. Aaron, thank you for being here. Yes, got up to a 2. We ate a ahi lemon drop. That's this guy. Got us up to a 1-ish, 2, 3. And we figured this had a good hang time. It was really a good pepper for what we thought it was. A little bit more than we thought. Had a good taste. And we both don't know where we'd use it, but we both kind of defaulted back to you can use it in something to that has more taste to it, so it's not the only taste, or maybe a hot sauce. Right. But we also we ate the ghost pepper. This was a very thick-walled pepper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So it had a lot of meaty sense. I didn't like that personally.
It had the super hot taste to it.
It did.
They all got that same type of taste, or the ones I've tried I have.
Right. Are your lips burning? Is your mouth still burning?
Yeah, a little bit.
Same here. Mine's at a, I think I'm at a good 1. I think I'm at a good 1.
Yeah.
And I think I was at a 2 on this pepper, by the way.
I was probably up to a 3, probably.
Yeah, which makes total sense because that's kind of where we're different. But this pepper, very super hotty tasted, right? Because that's what it is, guys. It's a pepper that tastes like a super hot pepper, right? Where would you use a ghost pepper? I think if you did this right, you could make a sauce for a hamburger. It's not overwhelming pepper. It's not a terrible tasting pepper, but I would certainly cook meat with this infused in it or mix it in with meat. I'd probably try to make something like a sauce or something to put on the food.
My favorite hot sauce right now is the ghost pepper sauce.
Which is it?
To Elijah's the ghost pepper sauce.
Right. It's a good one. It's a good one. And Elijah's a good. Melinda's has some decent ones for basic sauces, right? They really found a good niche. They've taken a lot of business away from a lot of people because they have good sauces. Great seeing you, Aaron. Hey, Gregory, how you doing? But good seeing you. You know, I see your channel all the time when I'm driving. Unfortunately, I'm going to work, guys. Thank you for coming on in. No, you're not dyslexic. Hey, Bettina, how you doing? Guys, I need your permission a little bit more to be a little bit more lax here. This week I should be coming back as far as watching some videos and catching up, but I'm creatively a week behind my creative team right now, guys. And I need some patience on your behalf to catch up on your content. Bettina, you know I'm going to be doing a blitz. Yellow Shirt Dad, same thing, right? Sheena, I'm on her channel whenever I get a chance. But all the people that know I love them, I will be back to your channels, I promise, guys. Great conversation on peppers today. This tomorrow, guys, I'm at 5:20. We're going live. I'm going to go live. And we're going to be rating Ohio River Histories, by the way, guys. Ohio River History is Shane. Shane and I go way back. Shane is a leader of his community, and I cannot tell you where you start off with that stuff, guys. This guy is bigger in person than he is on YouTube. I'm telling you, this is a good person. And we're going to raid his channel every Thursday at 5:20. I don't go heavy that night because I actually do this show 5:20, and at 6 when we go raid his, I'm already headed out the house to work. So I do work, and I want to work, guys. I need to, and I do. But I have the best job in the world, so it's not a big deal. I just have to be responsible. You don't want to be working and dying of pain, right? So, Pappy, in the last month, and since you started doing these super hot peppers, what was the #1 takeaway that you'd say to everyone as far as would you start out the same way? Would you do things differently?
I do things differently. I build up to it a little bit more. The first Reaper I done kind of caught me by surprise, and that Red Primatelli did too.
Yeah.
I would work up to it.
There you go. You know, I tell everyone, guys, that the thing wrong with doing things that are bravado based, right, is that that people think that they can handle a ghost pepper. I want to tell you a story that a colleague told me. This guy, he wasn't, I didn't really like him, guys. And one of the things he said to me, he goes, I remember I'm into peppers, right? So I did this and I had a ghost pepper. It was at a place in the southern states, a ghost pepper burger. And I was bragging to all my buddies I was going to do this ghost pepper burger, and it had a ghost pepper on the top. He said I ate it. I was talking shit to everyone, Pappy. And all of a sudden the pepper hit. And he said, I could not stop burning. He said, I didn't have any way to solve it. I took everyone's drinks out of their hands at the table, and I made them drive me to the hospital. I couldn't put it out. And he goes, after 15 minutes, I'm hanging out the window with my mouth open, dumping drinks in my mouth because it was that far out of control. And that's panic, guys. Mm-hmm. That's not where you need to be to prove this to people. I'm telling you, the ghost pepper can ruin you if you don't have a tolerance for this stuff. It can ruin you. And that story was, and I think it was legitimate because I heard him telling it again. I might have gotten a few of the details wrong, but he ended up going to the ER. By the time he got to the ER, he was fine, which is the burn time, right, guys? But he was going to be the man. And he decided that he was going to go from a jalapeno to ghost pepper. And the story, guys, I fell off my chair. I couldn't believe this guy did this stuff. And I never had a pepper at that time. And this is 10 years ago. I never had a pepper. I don't think, Pappy, I ever had a pepper hotter. I don't even know if I had a jalapeno. I might have had a jalapeno as far, you know what I mean? The slices and something, like a Subway. I know I did there, but I never thought about it.
Yeah.
And then by accident, I found I could do it. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. And it means nothing, guys. It has zero talent level. The talent, I think we have to agree, is prepping, isn't it? It's
yeah.
Yep. It's prepping. And I think the talent is also what we heard you say today, and that is work into it gently. Do not assume that this is the gentle night you're walking into, guys. If you watch his Red Primatali, Pappy the Pod Destroyer, if someone would share that with us again. Great seeing you, pretty grandma. Scratch Master, you're awesome. But if you go, great seeing you, Bettina. Thank you. Teresa, you rock. But if you guys go to Pappy the Pod Destroyers and watch him traveling and gardening, thank you so much. And you go to that channel, guys, and watch him eat the red Primatali, this is what's in store for you. This is what's in store for you if you decide that's something you're going to do. CQ, thank you. Yeah, pickled in a jar. That's what I think, too. I think the peppers would be good pickled in the jar. Let me see if I can make it down. Thank you so much, Simply Lou. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Maurice. Maurice, thank you so much. Guys, I want to make sure I recognize everyone in here. If you have a live, guys, you do lives, make sure you recognize the people. Gareth, this is from Wales, by the way. Gareth, Abandoned and Forgotten Wales, thank you so much, bud. Thank God Nez isn't in here. Otherwise, I'd have to forbid you guys from talking. Pastor Ken, thanks you very, very much for coming in. Well, you know what, Pretty Grandma, we were just talking, a matter of fact, about that. Most of the time, I think everyone here agrees that it's about the taste of the pepper with the product that you're eating it on. And I think no one disagrees with that. I think we're all pretty much in alignment with that. Let me see if I've got everyone. Second here. Great seeing you, Gareth. Sorry I've been neglecting. We've had a great conversation with Pappy today, guys. Charmaine, thank you. Lex, thank you. Diabolical. Good seeing you, hon. Thank you so much. Guys, if I missed you in chat, guys, understand that we got a lot of stuff coming through. Most people understand, guys, because our chat is pretty voracious. It really is. I think we have one of the best chats I know for the amount of people I have. Although I do know there's some smaller accounts, guys, that actually do better than me. And those are the people that you study. Adrian, thank you for being here. Mike Reese, thank you so much. Swedish bell pepper is the hottest and the last ring of fire ever. Swedish bell pepper. Have you ever heard of that, Pappy?
Can't say that I have.
Huh. Mike, do you have any seeds? That's interesting. I like that. Real-time catfishing. Thanks so much. Guys, this guy right here has more talent in one hair on his head than I have in my entire body, the entire family lineage going back to my homeland. If you look at what this guy does for his whole community, is amazing. His artwork is like off the hook. Thanks for being here, bud. I appreciate it. I appreciate you making the journey today. Pastor Kev, thank you. Thanks so much, Deb. Rev, good seeing you. Sorry, I want to make it to the bottom. It's important. Big Matt, I haven't seen you a lot, Big Matt. Please, let's chat. I want to make sure everything's okay with you. Pretty Mama, Grandma, I love having you here. Thanks so much, Rev. I want to make sure I get it to the bottom. Guys, there's hundreds. Ness, good seeing you. Guys, thank you for, by the way, guys, allowing me to be the biggest idiot on chat management ever. And if it wasn't for Pappy, this channel would have gone blank a long time ago. We've had a great show today, guys. I think I got Rona. Good seeing you. Thanks so much, Rona. Simply Lou, Lex. Guys, I hope I'm hitting everyone. There's literally hundreds of comments, guys. Thank you, Rona. You sweetheart. Thank you so much for coming in here. I know, guys, you're on the other side of the planet. I cannot tell you how important it is that you guys make the trip here just to say hi. Roadie's Jam Cage. Guys, by the way, Roadie, and no one does the Roadie. He did a live last night, guys. If you want to see what a great show is, the limitation when you do a live ensemble like they have is the sound quality. But their talent level exceeds that. And, Pappy, the Pod Destroyer, is a musician. You've been playing in bars for how long?
Since I was about 8 years old.
Yep. So
64.
So 8 years old. So Roadies, I'm going to introduce you, Pappy, to a community of musicians.
Okay.
And this community of musicians is enormous. Roadie's Jam Cave has always been a huge supporter of mine. And he does lives, but he also hangs around a person called Metalhead Hippie, which I'm getting to know. He's a very cautious man, and for a good reason, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But a really good group of people. I'll introduce you guys, and I know
Okay.
you're going to. Let me see. Hell Vegan. Good seeing you. Sorry, guys, I got to get to the bottom of this. I cannot leave my chat hanging. Charmaine Glorioso, thank you. Guys, oh my God. Missed you in chat. It's because the eyes are watering. Cha-Cha, that's enough. Cha-Cha, I used to think that you were an innocent and nice woman. Now, you not only beat me in bidding, but now you're harassing me in chat. I kind of like it. That shows you got game. Great seeing you here, Cha-Cha. Great seeing you here, Jam. Roadies. The name it was a very fruity taste with a bad afterbite. Oh, a fire in the hole. Okay, I got you. I'm going to look that pepper up. I've never heard it. I'll ask my friend to see. Bruce Cook, good seeing you. Sorry, Pappy, I got to do this. Cha-Cha. Okay, we hit the bottom. Guys, we still have 25 at the end. That tells you how good of a guest Pappy has been. Pappy, what do you think so far of the peppers? Ghost pepper versus the ahi lemon drop. Which would you say was your favorite today?
Taste-wise, the lemon drop.
Okay.
Although I like the ghost pepper too. I handled it a lot better than what I figured I would.
Lisa Bear sub to you, by the way. We'll get you up in your channel, by the way. Thank you, Lisa, for subbing to Pappy. Thank you for putting Pappy the Pod Destroyer's channel up, guys. And the reason I like Pappy so much, guys, he's very much like me in this stuff. We do this to experiment, right? We do this to find out, we have an interest, right? And mine was innocent enough. I didn't even know I wanted to do this stuff, but I like pepper. I like that little snap, that heat. And when you get that little snap of heat and you find out there's all these other peppers, I think I'm going to ask you a question in a year. I think it's going to be kind of curious what your answer is. But you find out there's a whole different world of stuff out here with this stuff. And now that the hot sauces have gone off, Pappy, I mean, you got to admit there's a million hot sauces now.
Oh, yeah. There's just too many to try.
By the way, Bruce, we ate your ahi lemon drop, and Pappy, you'd say the ahi lemon drop was
Very good taste. I like the taste of it. It reminded me of a pepperoncini or something like that.
Yep.
And it had some more heat than what I was expecting.
Right, right. And then we did the ghost pepper, a thick-walled ghost pepper. And Bruce admits this ghost pepper plant is different, right? It's a little different. And we both got a decent burn off of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we both decided that it was a taste of a super hot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Would you put this on anything in particular besides your hot sauce? I know you put a hot sauce on.
Yeah, I might put it in some chili, put a few pieces in some chili, or put some in a pickle jar and let it sit for a while, make some hot pickles.
There you go, guys. Guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Guys, the chat is great because of you guys. This channel is great because of you guys. Our goal on this channel is to get you away for an hour a day when we have our lives, to get you away from the world, to make you laugh, get you around people that make you feel safe, to talk about the 988 suicide prevention hotline. And I talked about this this Saturday, guys. If you notice a person's behavior changing, reach out to them. If they're starting to drink again, reach out to them. If they're acting atypical, reach out to them. If they've gone quiet, reach out to them. Guys, everyone on YouTube knows that when in behind the scenes, I do everything behind the scenes. And I reach out to people. I said, I haven't heard from you for a while. What's going on? Right? Because life is okay. But if you go into that dark corner, guys, without reaching out to Pappy, myself, anyone, or your friends, it's wrong. It's wrong because you're going to impact a lot of people's lives. One. Number two, tomorrow will be better. I guarantee you a good night's sleep, a good meal. And if you need money, if you need a voice, if you need 10 minutes of time, guys, reach out to anyone on this live and they will reach back out to you. There is a family of people out here, guys, that will lift you up. They will keep you with hope. In order to do that, guys, in order to make sure you keep your mind right, and I'm going to talk about this in my first movie, guys, you need to be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. I don't care if you have a roof over your head and barely enough food to eat. You can still earn a living. You can still laugh. You can still be loved. And I'm going to tell you this. If you're happy with what you have and content with what you have and not envious of what you don't have or what your friends have, I'm going to tell you, I always said, guys, I have people that are my references that are billionaires, right? Billionaire, singular. If you think that being a billionaire makes you happy, I want to tell you something. It doesn't. If you think having everything that your neighbor has makes you happy, it doesn't. You make you happy. Your head makes you happy. You need to get counseling, guys, if you feel that way. To each one of you guys, we love you and we want you to be here. We want you to feel uplifted. And this is the last thing I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to start telling this every day. Never, ever elevate me or any person on YouTube above yourself. Ever. Never listen to anyone criticize you ever on YouTube, guys. Ever. Turn them off. You are the most important person to you. And if you elevate anyone higher than you and you don't have 24/7, 365 access to them, guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Trust your family. Trust your friends who you have access to. You cannot listen to me as anything higher than you. And we're building you up this next year, guys, because it is you that's the most important. And I'm going to show you guys how to stretch and aim higher than you've ever thought before. Guys, thank you very much, Pappy. You're the man. Thank you for being here. And to all of you guys, we love you and we love having you here, guys.
Remember, I love being here.
Yep. Clear your mind to camp, guys. We're going to win this year. We're going to win big. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to do it all together. Have a great day, guys. Cheers, Pappy.